I have way too many animals randomly about my deed, so today, I will be taking care of that, but first let's close this rift. What you are seeing now is the last rift on the Harmony server before the new update to rifts was released. Now I know what you are thinking. CraftyJoe, that was over 2 weeks ago. Yes, you are right, and I've been a little behind in video production. But I am catching back up. There has been another rift after the update which I unfortunately had to miss, so I have not been able to participate in the new rift changes. This rift was pretty straightforward. Overall, we completed the waves in about 40 minutes, with little to no problems. Quick note about rifts. Don't bring your tamed horses or helis to the rift unless you're cool with them possibly becoming a corpse. Overall, I earned around 240 rift points, and this was the first rift on this character, so I got the titles Rifter and Rift Defender. Also, I got a high-quality lump of Glimmer Steel. For those of you who are new to Wurm Online, you will get a random moon metal lump for successfully completing a rift. Moon metals have very special properties, and are useful for many late-game armors, tools, weapons, and accessories. After the rift, I stopped at a market nearby and got myself a 3-speed trade horse. Back at Crafty Cove, I started filming the time-lapse of my work, but was rudely interrupted by a spider. This is a drawback to having an alt film. You would be surprised at how often I need to kill things attacking my camera alt or reset a shot because I was rudely interrupted. Now that I have a life transfer weapon, I have been able to get my fighting skill up to 20, so this spider is no problem for me. I make quick work of the spider and bandage up the camera alt so the shot doesn't have the red hurting border in it. I began cutting down trees around the area west of my guard tower. My goal is to have a nice small area for the animals I have led back home over the last couple months. Currently, I've been putting them in houses and in my training area so they don't wander off. This can only work for a small amount of time, as animals in closed-off spaces with no access to grass can both starve and catch diseases. Diseased animals need to be moved away from all other animals and fed properly as well as groomed well, so the disease goes away. Disease can also be cured by placing animals on enchanted grass tiles, but I do not have any of those at this time. Also, diseased animals can spread disease to you and other players, which can be cured by keeping your nutrition up. Standing on enchanted tile or a faux priest can heal you. Ideally, I want to start small with the option to expand my animal farms later in the game, so the west side of my deed offers ample space to both extend my deed boundaries further west and gives me lots of room north and south as well. East, near my most recent building for tailoring, is more difficult to expand as the slopes are fairly high. After clearing out the trees, I begin to flatten the area. Next, if you haven't already, now is a great time to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell if you enjoy my content. After flattening, I clear out all the dirt and trees for storage. Then I begin packing the areas I want for pathways. I didn't come into this project with an exact plan for how I wanted to lay it out. In hindsight, this probably wasn't a good idea. Instead, I used the old tried and true method of just winging it. Next, I drop off all the bricks I needed for the fences. I calculated that I would need 38 pottery brick fences at 10 bricks each, which was 380 pottery bricks. Each brick is a weight of 5, and each clay dig is a weight of 2, so every 5 clay got me 2 bricks. That means I needed 950 clay for this project, which I then turned into bricks and fired in the forge. This took me a long time. After dropping off all the materials I needed, I began to build the pottery brick fences. My rough plan was for 3 sections, one for sheep, one for horses, and one for cows. Each section would have a fence gate, so I also prepared iron fence bars. For the 2 larger sections, I actually added a second gate in a convenient location. It's good to make 2 gates, each on different sides of a fenced area so that you can escape enemies if you need to. A good rule of thumb for animals is that you should have 2 tiles per animal so that they don't get diseased or starve. Animals can eat too much from one tile of grass, leaving it as packed dirt, so having 2 or more tiles per animal will help to prevent this. I tried to keep this in mind while building out these areas. After completing the first section, I took a break from masonry to build a new tool, the legget. This tool is used to craft thatch from mixed grass. Thatch can be used to build roofs, or it can be used to plant new grass on dirt tiles. Also, another pro tip for making grass. If you cut and plant flowers on a dirt tile, you can make new grass, but in a much more efficient way. Finally, I went back and finished the fences for my 2 other sections. Once that was completed, I slowly planted more grass inside the new animal pens and paved the roads outside the pens in rough cobblestone. I moved my animals into the pens, and that wraps up my goal for the day. I'd like to take a moment to thank my first Patreon supporter, Sir Pancakes. The growth and support my channel has received has been phenomenal, and I really appreciate it. I hope I can keep improving and provide you all with better content each week. Thanks so much.